welcome to March West Junction TMD. Today we're going to have a look at these BOC wagons that I've had coming, and also we're going to have a look at some of the bubble cars I've got in my fleet, and also what I've got to show you is some little extra details that I've had coming to put round my diesel depot, so hopefully you'll enjoy. Okay, so we'll start off with the bubble car units, and what we have here is a 122 unit. Now, I used to think you could tell a 122 unit because of the head code. Obviously it's only got that little destination box at the top, whereas I thought the 121s had like the domino or that removed head box. But we'll move on to that later, why I've got a difference of opinion on that. As you can see on this one, it's in the BR grey and blue livery. Quite a nice model from Dapol. I've only got Dapol ones at the moment. I'm hoping to get a Bachmann one, just so I can compare the difference between the two. But the detail is quite good on them. And next to it I've got the Arriva Trains one. Now this is a 121 unit. As you can see, this is what I thought about the head code box, which this would have previously had like the domino headboard at the top. Again, fantastically applied livery, good runners as well. The only thing you have to watch is the steps, that they don't catch on your platforms, because they do stick out a bit if you've got a station on a curve. And again is another 121 unit. This is in the old West Midlands livery, so it's called Midline. That used to be with WM Travel, if you have just a quick look at the logo there. And I remember that sort of livery when I was a lot younger, growing up in the Birmingham area. Again, the livery is quite well applied. I can't see any issues with the livery. So full marks to Dapol for that. Now moving on to the headboard, like I said before, this one's got the large headboard at the top, which would have had the domino lights behind it, but obviously it's blanked over. But when you look at this end, it's got the same as the 122 unit, which is the small one, which would have had the destination on the end. The only thing I can presume, maybe it was in the history, it was in an accident or something, but just a nice little feature that Dapol's included both different headboard types. But they are really good models. But like I said, I'd like to see what the Bachmann one compares. Okay, so over on the workbench I've put one of these BOC wagons. Now these are from Hejan, or Hejan as the proper pronunciation should be, I've been told. Now these are fantastic chemical wagons. The detail is really, really good, as you can see as I zoom in a little bit. Now the buffers, and I know people have been taking the mickey out of Sam's trains for pointing out the sprung buffers or not. These are fixed buffers. Now they have been detailed with a little bit of silver paint as well, and the reason they're fixed, I can understand why, is because they're interchangeable. Because the ones that have come with the model, as you can see, if I zoom in correctly, there you go, is like a square buffer, but in the detailing pack you get another set of four, which are the oval type, to go with the different buffer styles that run with these wagons. The bogie detail is really good, with the springs highlighted, little brake wheel there, and there's all little parts that have been separately fitted all the way down the model, including these handrails at the top here, as you can see on the end as well, which is to do with the discharge or filling of the tank. There's like some kind of lifting lugs there on the actual barrel, and the livery application is fantastic. In the detailing pack, like I say, you get the buffers, some other little bits and bobs, air pipes. In this one, some spare handrail in case you break the handrail. There is another wheel that's on the other side of the wagon that can be fitted just for the sort of, I think it's like a release, which is shown on the other wagons. In there as well is the little coupling there, made out of metal, so you can put that on the ends. And I can't remember exactly what the couplings are called, but they're the ones that used to lock into place when you hook them up together. So there's a wealth of detail that you can add to the model as well, or replace if you've lost little bits. And also it comes with a transfer pack. Hopefully it'll zoom in properly, yeah. And as you can see, all the little decals there, if you want to change the number of the wagon and add what different details that it's carrying, like nitrogen or oxygen. So they're quite good wagons. Now the problem with them is at the moment in Hatton's they're retailing at £75, which seems a lot for a wagon, but I was quite fortunate with these. Before Christmas they were doing a sale and they were knocking them out for 45 quid, and they sold out very quick, and I was lucky to pick a couple up, and also managed to get a couple off Fleabay, and I paid a little bit more than the 45 quid because obviously people were selling them on after they bought them from Hatton's. But they are a very, very good model. Okay, a couple of items that I've just purchased from a company called Rusty Rails, and that's the leaflet that comes with the items that they're selling, and they do 3D printed stuff, and it's quite good stuff that they're doing, and they're not mega expensive. I've got a boiler off a steam loco here, and an engine off an intercity 125 class 43, and they were £9.50 each. And I think the postage was like 98p or something like that. Something ridiculously really cheap. The class 43 engine, as you can see, is a 3D printed item, and the detail's really good on them. They do, I think, a class 60 engine as well, and I think a class 08 at the moment. And they're quite good. I'm going to give it a paint up in a few weeks' time when I get round to looking at it, but it is really good. And moving on to the steam boiler, now I don't know my steam locos, so I don't know what boiler it's meant to come off, but it's quite good. It's even got the pipe detail on the end for the hot air and the water to mix from the fire, but it is really good detail. As you can see, there's the firebox end, and for £9.50 I think they're quite good. Okay, back over to the workbench, and something a little different, but it's just a little tip for everyone. Probably a little bit late because everyone's probably binned all their boxes and things like that they've had stuff coming over Christmas. But every year we treat ourselves to a nice bottle of champagne to have our Christmas dinner. And this year we had this one which come with a bottle of champagne, and at the bottom there's a little drawer unit that contained chocolates. So I thought, say throwing it in the bin, I could do with something to store all my paints and things like that. And this is what it looks like. Now I've done a few little modifications. If I lift the lid, inside I've ripped all the inners out, and I've fitted all my little bits and bobs for painting. As you can see, inside there I keep my paint brushes, and these are the tall paints that sometimes you can't fit into the little trays that you can buy. Underneath there I've got all my bits and bobs of paint pens and stuff like that. And in the drawer unit at the front I've fitted a handle off the spare handle that I had off the units that I fitted to the garage cupboards. I bought some cheap kitchen units and from Wickes's, and I had some spare handles left over. I fitted it to the bottom drawer unit, and then inside there, if I pull it out, I took the inners out again that contain the chocolates, and I had some Ferrero Rocher tubs left over, and I took them out, cut them to size, trimmed them all up, and fitted all my Humbrol stroke Revel paints, tinlets inside. So I know it's a little bit late to give a tip out of doing something like this, but maybe for next time, or if Valentine's Day you buy your wife a bottle of champagne or something like that, or Ferrero Rocher, just keep hold of the little trays that come inside it for your paintlets, and the boxes, like I say, you can convert, saves throwing them away or putting them in the recycling. Okay, so that brings me to the end of this January update at March West Junction TMD. I'd like to say thank you to all the new subscribers that have come on board, and a big thank you to all the existing ones for staying with me as we go through this process of building this new model railway. I'd also like to say, if no one has subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get updated with all my latest videos. And also what I'd like to say is, if you've got someone who you think's interested in this layout, then please share it and hit the like button. And I'll see you next time. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it. And please stay safe in these unusual times. Thanks again, and bye for now.